So here we are in the Great Fen, and this year, well, it's been quite a unique year. If you never thought that climate change really convinced you about what was going on, this year, what with drought, so many extremes, once again, high temperatures, and that long period of no rain, well, there you go. And yet here in the Great Fen, as you can see, it's looking really lush, and conservation on a landscape scale, this is what makes it work. The peat beneath our feet is very important for this. Obviously, we like to get it wet up to a certain point, and rather than having a hard, impermeable surface where rain, when it does fall, just runs off and causes problems with flooding, this sort of material is perfect in our wetlands to help protect us from floods, store the carbon that also helps us with climate change, and also help the wildlife. And that's what we're trying to do at the Great Fen here. It's about protecting the environment, helping people, and ultimately making our planet a better place. So we're talking about water levels, and obviously we need to manage them, and to manage them we need to monitor them, and monitoring them means using modern technology as well as the old eyeball itself. And these days we want to take advantage of all the opportunities. So having data loggers in the ground, monitoring the water levels is very important. In some cases we'll be taking data from those data loggers on an infrequent basis, just downloading the information to see what's happened in the past. But in some cases we want telemetry, we want to know what's happening there and then, so we can monitor how water levels are changing. In some cases it's because of a dramatic change in the water levels. In other cases it's because we have wildlife that we don't want to disturb. But whatever the situation is, having up-to-date data about what's going on with our water levels is key to managing those water levels, and obviously very important to us for conservation both locally and wider in the region and in the world. So if we think about the past, obviously here we're looking up at the home fen posts, and that takes us back a long time. There you go, you can see back into the 1800s, and this is an excellent example of our impact on our environment. The soil surface used to be right at the top there, and now it's all the way down the bottom here. And over the years it's been necessary to think about how we can change such an incredible and negative impact on our environment for the better. So now we want that pendulum to swing the other way, so it's a bit more in favour of the wildlife and environment, because we are part of the environment. And so now we are working with a whole range of partners at the Great Fen, including Natural England, the middle level commissioners, the Environment Agency, the local district council of Huntingdonshire, and all these are very important, along with the Wildlife Trust, to actually help people and wildlife and take advantage of what we've learnt in the past historically and allow us to look to the future, because the future changes on a daily basis, and we've gone through a lot of changes this year, and there'll be more changes in the future, and it's how we look to the future rather than just recreating the past, and create something that's sustainable and lasting for us all. So in summary, we're doing a lot of valuable work here. We're looking at climate change, which is obviously very topical and very important. We're looking at flood control as well, which is very important. And then we're also looking at water quality. We're doing a range of projects with all sorts of partners at the moment to see how we can clean water, both for conservation and for the habitats here for the wildlife, but that obviously has other benefits more broadly for people as well. And of course there is the wildlife at the end of the day as well, because that's what we're here for, to protect the wildlife as well as the people.